October 1849 in Baltimore. The city streets were damp and dark. A man was found lying on the sidewalk in a state of semi-consciousness. He was wearing clothes that did not fit him, and he was completely disoriented. This man was not a common vagrant. He was Edgar Allan Poe, the greatest dark writer in American history. No one knew how he got there, and to this day, no one truly knows how he died. The mystery begins with his disappearance. Poe had left Richmond for Philadelphia, but he vanished for nearly a week. When he finally surfaced in Baltimore, he was in a delirious state. He was taken to Washington College Hospital. For 4 days, he was in and out of consciousness. The doctors were baffled, because his condition did not match typical symptoms of illness or intoxication. He was seen talking to shadows on the wall, struggling against unseen enemies. On his final night, he reportedly called out the name Reynolds over and over again. Who was Reynolds? Was it a person from his past or a character from his nightmares? His death certificate was lost and his medical records mysteriously vanished, leaving historians with nothing but fragments and theories. One of the most chilling theories involves a practice known as cooping. In those days, corrupt political gangs would kidnap random people, force-feed them alcohol or drugs, and drag them from polling station to cast illegal votes. Many believe that Poe was a victim of this brutal political game. They drugged him, used him, and discarded him on the streets like trash. Another theory suggests that he was a victim of a dark romance or a family feud. Some historians point to his rival, Rufus Griswold, who spent years trying to destroy Poe's reputation after his death. Did Griswold have a hand in his demise to ensure that Poe's legacy would be stained forever? Then there are those who suggest he died of rabies, carbon monoxide poisoning, or even a brain tumor. Yet, none of these explanations fully account for his strange behavior, his lost days, or the cryptic final words he spoke. Poe lived his life writing about premature burials, mysterious murders, and the shadows of the human mind. In the end, he became the protagonist of his own horror story. The man who invented the modern detective genre died leaving behind the greatest unsolved detective case in American literature. But the questions do not end with his death. Historians have spent decades analyzing the letters he wrote in those final months. Some say they show a man who was already losing his grip on reality, while others claim they show a man who was being stalked. Even today, on the anniversary of his passing, someone leaves 3 roses and a bottle of cognac at his grave in Baltimore. This mysterious visitor has never been identified, adding yet another layer of shadow to the life of an already legendary figure. Poe was a man who looked into the abyss and captured what he saw in words. He gave us stories that define the feeling of dread and the curiosity of the unknown. When you look at his life, you realize that he was not just a writer. He was a mirror for the darkest parts of human nature. Why did his final days remain a blank space in history? Perhaps the truth is just too disturbing to be written down. Today, almost 175 years later, the truth remains buried in the silence of that Baltimore hospital room. The world lost a genius but gained an eternal enigma. Every time you read his works, remember that the terror he wrote about was not just fiction. It was a reflection of the darkness that eventually claimed him. The story of Edgar Allan Poe is a reminder that some secrets are meant to stay hidden, deep within the pages of history. If you believe there is more to the story, look closely at his final works. You might just find the clue that everyone else missed. We are committed to exploring the corners of history that others choose to ignore. We peel back the layers of time to reveal the stories that still echo from the past. Thank you for walking through the shadows of history with us today. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, make sure to like and share this video. To keep exploring the mysteries of the ages, subscribe to History Beyond Time and hit the bell icon so you never miss a deep dive into the secrets of our world.